So you want to color grade like a pro. I'm going to be showing you guys everything I know about color grading and how you guys can get those super crisp industry grade color grades like Cole Bennett from Lyrical does. We're going to be closing the gap between what you can imagine and what you can create in this super quick video. I recommend you guys go ahead and download the free LUTs linked in the description below to follow along with in this video. So inside of Premiere Pro here, we have a few scenes from the Lil Yachty Tesla music video. To get started, when I color grade, I like to create an adjustment layer to color grade on. All you're going to have to do is go over to project, right click, hit new item, and create an adjustment layer. You want to then hit OK and drag it on top of your clips. I'm just going to crop this to our 3 clips here, and we're going to get started. So clicking on the adjustment layer, we're going to open up Lumetri Color here. We're going to go under Creative, and under Look, we're going to hit None, and then we're going to hit Browse. So this is where you pull up the LUTs that you want to use. If you guys downloaded the LUTs linked below, you can pull those up here. I'm going to be using my Ultimate LUT Pack, which contains 1 through 282 different and unique LUTs, and then 7 film LUTs. If you guys want to go grab this, it's linked below. So we're going to go with a completely random LUT here. Let's go with 159, and we already have a really clean start here, as you guys can see. That's looking crazy already. Now you want to open up basic correction, and I'm going to go over some simple concepts here that are really easy to understand. So exposure is going to bring up the general brightness and shadows of everything, and it's also going to bring it down. Contrast is going to take the shadows and make everything more textured. In my opinion, that's the best way of describing it, as you guys can see here. If we turn the contrast down compared to turning it up, highlights is going to bring up the white areas. It's going to bring them up, as you guys can see, they're overblown, and if we bring them down, they're going to come down like that. And then shadows, if you bring them down, the shadows are going to get darker, obviously, and if you bring them up, the shadows are going to get brighter. And then whites is just the overall whites of the entire image, and then blacks is the overall of the entire image too. So I'm going to go in and bring down the shadows a little bit, bring down the highlights a tad, bring up the whites just like that. And then also on top here, we have temperature and tint. So if you want to lean more towards an orange look, you can go this way. A blue look, you can go this way. This is also good for correcting your footage if your white balance was not fixed. So let's say you're shooting in a room and everything looks orange. You then want to go into your temperature and bring it towards the blue side. So I'm going to add a little bit of green like I do for all my videos, and then a little bit of orange there just to bring it to life. And as you guys can see here, we have the before and then the after. I think this is a super clean color grade. You can also go ahead and turn up the saturation as well, which I think I'm going to do because that looks beautiful. Before, after. Amazing. Moving on to the next clip here, guys. We're going to pick another completely random LUT by going into Creative, None, Browse. Let's go with 55 here. Now, I like the way this looks, but it can definitely be expanded on. So just like before, we're going to play with everything new that we just learned. I'm going to turn up the contrast, down the shadows, just to get it really dark. I really like the way that looks there. Turn up the saturation. I think it looks really good blown out like that. Turn down the whites a bit, raise the highlights. Turn on the whites a bit more, raise the highlights. And then I think this would look really good with a sort of a green tint. And boom, guys, we have this colored. That looks super sick. We have the before and then the after. So you guys can see there, color grading gets super simple once you learn how everything works. Honestly, when I do this now in my videos, I just kind of dial in and I know exactly what everything does and I know what to do if something looks off. So honestly, just download footage from YouTube, practice if you don't have your own videos to practice on. But I recommend, like, if you're editing a music video or you're editing anything, color it a few times and pick the best one. Now, moving on to this last one here, we're gonna do the exact same thing as before. Go into Creative, hit Browse. Let's go with 218. Now, wow, this is actually a really clean LUT here. I like how it's colorful, but it also mutes a lot of tones. I think it looks really cool. We're gonna go ahead and turn up the saturation a bit, turn up the contrast, bring down the highlights. I think they're a bit blown out. Bring down the shadows a tad, add a little bit more orange into this, and then we're gonna go crazy with the green here. Actually, let's go back. I didn't really like the way that looked. We're gonna make this a little bit more green. And then boom, guys, we have another grade just like that, looking hella clean. There are 282 LUTs inside of this pack. It's 50% off right now if you guys want to go grab it. But I have the sample pack linked below for free, like I said. So if you guys want to play around with those LUTs, they're linked below. And if you decide, wow, these are crazy, and you want to go ahead and get the sample pack, I'll have that linked below as well. These 3 that I used are going to be in the sample pack. If you guys learned something from this video and want to learn more about color grading, I'll have a playlist linked right here that you guys can click, and it has all of my color grading tutorials inside of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.